Okay, good. Type in the chat here. Let me know if you're on the call. And I'm not quite sure which screen we're seeing. Let me find out. Are we seeing Facebook or are we seeing pop-up windows? What are we seeing?
We're seeing Facebook.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Bob. All right, sweet. If you're on the call, guys, do me a favor in the group. I just asked a question right here. Remind me to do this. Let's have a roll call. Type in the chat here. Let me know right here in the Everlesson group if you guys are live on the call. Just type here, say I'm in or I'm here, or whatever you want to say. While you do that, I'm going to get my coffee. Okay, cool. So Ted, welcome. Vicky, Sergio, Melissa, Tracy, Mark, Peter, Patty, Mark. Cool. Yes, that's good. If you guys would please remind me to do a roll call here, and that way we can get the attention of the other members in the group. Matter of fact, if I had the link, let me see if I can get that really quick. I'll post that in there really quick too. And then what I want to do is I want to kind of set a standard for these Q&As. Now that I've been kind of doing them for a while, I kind of know the direction I want to go with them. So what I would like to do is I would kind of like to have a roll call and ask if there's anybody that would like to come on the call and talk to me just for a minute. And I don't necessarily want to get into Q&A or anything else. We'll address the Q&A questions, and I have a new way of doing that. But I just kind of want to hear your feedback and your experience and what you think of Everlesson this far, and let's see if we can get you on the air. So if anybody wants to raise their hand, we'll bring you on the call. I would just appreciate hearing from somebody besides myself. So let me see if you guys can do that, and then I'm going to come over here and see if I can get the link. GoToWebinar has a hidden link, and I'm not finding it to where I can go and invite other people. So let me see. There it is. Okay.
Chad, check your Skype. I pasted it in there just 5 minutes ago.
Okay, I got it because I got Skype closed. All right, so here we go. Let me do this. Edit post. All right, so I'll go ahead and do this. We'll do like this, and we'll say join now. Okay, that way anybody else that's around can come over here and join. And let me see if we have any hands up. Okay, cool. So Joy is going to do this. Hi, Joy.
No, I'm not. Oh, this was a mistake. I didn't try to raise my hands. It was a mistake.
Oh, well, your hand is raised. So do you have anything you want to add?
I have been pretty busy doing all sort of things, and I have not really. I just went through to see what's going on with the platform. I like what I see, and I hope I will soon be doing what I need to do on it.
Cool. Well, let's figure out what we have to do to make that happen, Joy. Thank you so much for being on the call. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay, JR, I see you have your hand raised, but I'm not seeing where you have a mic. Let me check. Mark. Mark, what's up, buddy?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How you doing?
Doing well. Were you in Casper for the eclipse?
I was. I was stuck in traffic for 12 hours, too.
Yeah, I stayed in Fort Collins and went over to Greeley with my son.
Yeah, I think I hung out in Fort Collins for about 5 hours, not by choice.
Shoot, I wish you would have had my contact information. Well, yeah. So Chad, here's what's going on. You know, I attended when you guys were in Las Vegas, and I'm finally had some health issues. I'm finally getting up on the platform. I've created my membership program, and so I've created a membership for job search coaching, and I've created the courses and the lessons. And cool. So now I'm trying to put together the packages.
Okay.
And I'm trying to, I'm trying to find the best information to put together the package and then start my launch. So I'm going to have 3 different levels of packages, but I'm starting with 1. So how do I put those, combine that? I was trying to do it in the create just using the information. So I'm kind of scattered today. I forgot you guys were on. But my question is, are there some good videos or instructions so that I can do this myself?
There is. Things have kind of changed a little bit. How about if we cover it today? Cool?
Perfect.
All right. We'll do it, Mark. Thank you so much for being here.
Appreciate it.
Okay, let's see. How about Patty? Let's see if Patty meant to put her hands up. Hi, Patty.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm here.
Good. Did you mean to raise your hand?
Yes, I did.
Well, what's going on, Patty?
Okay. I'm confused, which is no surprise, but I don't understand if I'm supposed to use an autoresponder or the SMTP inside the membership. I see there's a place to add a Weber or get response or whatever, and then there's also the SMTP for using Everlesson platform itself, and I don't know how to do it right.
Okay, we'll cover that today. How about that?
That would be great. Thank you, Chad.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're here, Patty. All right, and I think we have one more hand. I think JR, I think you have a mic, so I'm coming to you, buddy. JR, are you there?
No question. Sorry about that.
Well, you're hot on the spot. What's going on?
Oh, stumbling through survey a little bit here, Chad, and Everlesson, and question I have is send lane. Will that be part of the integration in survey?
Okay. I can't cover survey on this call, but we're getting ready to do Q&As for survey 2. I just want to stick to Everlesson on this call. Okay. So let's see if we can get some of, maybe we can be like an inspiration with Everlesson today and get you off on the right track.
Asked about Everlesson's links, if they're working on fixing the links when you turn on the widget.
What did she say?
The Everlesson links, when you click on the widget.
When you click on the widget,
well,
is she talking about survey?
Maximize and minimize in the Everlesson, in the memberships. Certain templates are doing that.
Okay, we'll look at it today. Let me write that down. We will look at that.
Template 1 and template 4, just different things go on.
Okay, we'll take a look at it, JR. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, cool. So that's how I want to do that. I want to do that every single time. I want to make sure I got everybody's hand, because Patty, your hand is still up, and I know you've already talked. But I just kind of want to do a roll call, and I just want to see what's going on with you guys, and I just want to hear from you guys because I do a lot of webinars myself, and so it's always good to hear from other people besides just myself. Now, here's a little bit of inspiration for you guys. I made a post the other day, and I said, how many people are in the process, or how many people have ever considered creating a webinar for their course? It was right here. And 26 people responded to that, and Vicky says not yet. Agati says, yep, he's a beast in the Spanish world. Alec Costa said, why would I want to do that? Well, you definitely want to do that, especially if you're looking to sell your course for a higher ticket. Well, when I say your course, I'm just talking about the base course. We're probably looking at like $297 here. You want to sell it from a webinar. Ben says yes. Angel says yes. Yes. Let's see. Demetrius says about to. Yes, sure. The script is a factor for holding back. We actually covered the script here, but we'll get into more detail on that. Danny says no. Danny, you definitely want to do it. Ray says it's on my whiteboard. I have my sales page done. A few edits. Let's see. Doug says not yet. Mark says no. Agnes says mostly not yet. David says yes. I'm working on that right now. Rich says almost finished. Don says absolutely. Yes, it's the primary way I sell. He is a beast, by the way. I think he's done a lot of money with our system, like 600,000 or something like that. I think that's him. Stanislav says I'm halfway there. Mohammed says no. Ted says no, not yet, but I will be. Dale says no. For some reason, I start creating a course, then the desire to finish fades away. Why is that? We'll talk about that. Will Laney says, yes, sir, closing a strategy session and editing, currently editing second version for direct sales, close for a split test. Mark Bates says, doing one next week. Walter says yes. Renee says no, not yet. And Paula Jane says no. Okay, so we're kind of half and half. Let me give some inspiration here. I decided last night, after all the requests and everything that I've been doing, that I need to put together a course, nuts and bolts, from A to Z, on how to structure a course, how to create your content, how to create the webinar for it, how to create your webinar sign-up page, your thank you page, how to create your email sequence, how to be motivated, how to lay it all out, how to tie it into Everlesson and everything else. So I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. The first thing you want to do is you want to create your offer. And then once you have your offer, then if you really want to be motivated, you'll create your webinar first. And the reason why you're going to create your webinar is because if you followed my lead, and if you follow Russell Brunson's lead, and Mike Philsame, and Frank Kern, and everybody else, there was an amazing marketer back in the day named Armin Morin that created something called the stack. And so with the stack, it looks kind of like this right here, okay? And you keep stacking, and then you add bonuses. You keep stacking, you add bonuses. If you do your webinar first, before you do your course, you're going to be more motivated because you're going to understand that you have the sales process in place, and you're going to understand just how much money you are positioned to make. Now, how many people just had a light bulb moment? Type in the chat here. Let me know if you've had a light bulb moment. Let me open up the questions here. Hans says yes. Patty says yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, now, here's some motivation for you. I decided yesterday, I went and laid out this whole entire process. I said, okay. I talked to my significant other. I said, darling, I'm going to stay in Casper for a whole entire month. And everything that I've had pending on me with Everlesson, with Survey, with our trainings, with our events, with everything else, I'm just going to bust ass and I'm going to knock it all out. And so what I did, and I recommend that you guys do this too, how many people, my tool of choice, and I used to use Active Collab, I used to use Basecamp, I used to use the most complicated project management systems, and now today I use something called Trello. How many people use Trello, yes or no? If you don't use Trello, start using Trello. Start using Trello, guys. It's so very easy because watch this. I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to say add new board. Watch this. Somebody give me a name of a product that they're creating. Somebody give me a name of a product that they're creating really quick. What do we got? I need a name of a course. Let's see. Okay. Lemon, D-I-W-E. I don't know what. Oh, Lemon Diet. Okay. Lemon Diet. Okay. So we have Lemon Diet here. I'm going to say create. Now what that did is that just created a card called Lemon Diet, and if I want, I can come over here and I can really customize things, or I can make it real pretty, and that way it stands out or whatever, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to create cards, and they're going to go all the way across. And so what I might have is I might have my structure, then I might have things to do, right? Then I might have testimonials, then I might have the webinar, okay? And then all we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to lay these out. So module number 1 is going to be the intro. Okay, now I have a card, and what I can do is I can click on this card and I can put in notes here, right? I can put in my script here. I can load images. I can put in a video. I can do whatever I want to do. And if you add other people to your board, then they can come over here and they can comment and they can say, well, I think you should do this instead, or whatever you want to do. So you put module 1 there. You put module number 2 here, right? You put module number 3 here. So you can go through. Actually, I don't know what just happened there. Let me see. I've never seen those little things. Somehow I did a shortcut there, and I don't know what I did. So I'm going to come over here and archive that. Let's try that again. So we got module 2, right? And I could just go through here and I can lay out my whole entire course, guys. You can lay out your whole entire course, okay? So that's exactly what we've done. And so if I come over here, you can see I use Trello a lot. And actually, we built out the entire survey platform inside of Trello. So you can kind of see here was my priorities. Here's the development priorities. Here's admin support. Here's reports going back to the customers. Here's some more priorities. You can see we have a monster on our hands. So there's survey. We also have Everlesson. So if I come up here, Everlesson is one of the most important boards, so it's a starred board. So you can kind of see here's some of the things that we're working on with Everlesson. So we come in here every single day. This is how we manage things, right? So Karthik has access. You can see here's all my team members that have access to this, right? And then I'm going to come in here that my sister and I have, and I'm going to scroll over here to this very last card because there's a lot of sensitive information over here. But if I click on this one, you can see that I've got immersion trainings, and so I got to do a course creation course. I got to do a high-ticket creation course, a Facebook group creation course, a high-ticket webinar secrets course, and then I got to do the flagship trio. Now, guys, I decided last night I'm going to get all those done. I'm going to have them done by September. So the whole entire month of September, I'm going to hit it hard. I'm going to get all these processes in place so that all I'm going to do is focus on the Entrepreneur Live Show, taking care of you guys, and just always having leads come in, and then they have something to buy. And so what you need to understand is a course like this that'll probably sell for $997 is going to upsell to our 5K event. And then once they're at our 5K event, we're going to upsell them to a 25K event. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take all our Rockstar students and we're going to put them into a 70K mastermind. I know that sounds crazy to you, but this is how you do this business. This is how you play big, okay? So understand that the course serves as an upsell to the next level. And I don't know how many people remember Kendall. You guys remember Kendall? He's a pastor, and I was helping him a long time last year. He was here this morning, and he said, Chad, you know, I was kind of in a rough place before. I'm in a better place. What do I got to do to get out there and get my platform going? And so I told him, I said, you know, let me ask you one question. One question. I just want one answer. I'm going to ask one question. I said, do you have the ability to transform somebody's life? Do you have the ability to go out there and provide a real life transformational value? And he said, yes, I do. So then I told him, here's what I need you to do. And I want each and every one of you to do this too. If you're stuck, if you're lost, if you love Everlesson, if you love us, but you don't know how to get started, I want you to head over to Udemy. Okay, everybody's familiar with Udemy, but right now they're having these courses for $10. So I'm going and I'm buying as many $10 courses as I possibly can. You got 2 days left, right? Now what I told him, since he's a pastor, is I told him, come over here and do a search for spiritual, right? And go through here and learn to see, or we can do religious. I don't know why, unless I spelled it wrong. Let's try it again. Spiritual. So he called me a little while ago. He goes, I cannot believe the course is out there. I said, yes, absolutely. So you can see that this one right here is a bestseller. I don't even know what that is, right? Spiritual Awakening and Liberation. It's a bestseller. It's sold, well, I don't know how many it's sold, but look at here. There's 606 ratings with it, right? And I think it's outrageous that she has 81 lectures. She obviously doesn't know how to upsell. This here, Build Your Spiritual Healing Business on a Budget, 111 ratings. There's 24 lectures. Discover Magical Spiritual Witchcraft at Work and Play, 100 ratings, right? And so if I come over here and if I type in religious, let's see what comes up then, because I'm dealing with a pastor, and I go ahead and search for this. Let's see, Journey to Forgiveness, Path to Inner Healings. So there wasn't a lot sold with that, but that could be a fairly new thing. Or we can come over here and let me look at something else I told him to look for was the power of prayer. So let me look at that and see if anything comes up with that, right? So Movement Prayer 101, 11 ratings, Prayer and Evangelism, 22 ratings, Christian Prayer Methods, 30 ratings. Now these are just the ratings, guys. I don't know how many people have actually bought the product, right? So not a big demand for it, but maybe, I don't know, this one here has had 58 ratings. But it doesn't matter because with Everlesson, you're not dependent on the traffic from Udemy. And I hate to tell you, but I believe that you guys could do better with your traffic on your own as opposed to just listing your course up on something like Udemy and then giving away half your profits, Do you understand? So what I told him, I said, look, Kendall, I said, I want you to do this first, and I want you to go purchase a couple $10 courses. You don't even have to purchase them. If you just click on it here, then usually you can come over here and you can have a preview of it. Here it is right here, preview this course, and you can just watch these people. Right? And you can watch these, and guys, I'm telling you right now, you're going to look at these videos, you're going to say, are you kidding me? And people are paying money for this, and it's going to be a really nice motivation for you, and that was the advice I gave to my client this morning. And then I told him, I want you to go find the biggest pastors in the world. So if you look at Joel Osteen, if you look at his church membership, and this is kind of a big wake-up call for, let's see, I don't even know the name of his ministry, but wherever his church is, if you find his church, you're going to find that he's in there hustling digital products. There's a reason he doesn't take a salary. He doesn't have to, right? He's got all of these systems in place. He's working with some of the most brilliant marketers in the world, right? I'm not putting him down or anything, but you can see that he's got his books and he's got his courses, and you better believe that they have coaching programs and everything else. And I came over here this morning. I always watch motivational videos every morning. I listen to them over and over and over and over and over. And I came over here and I was listening to, I was doing a search for motivational video. Let me show you what comes up. Up here in the top right, I don't know if it'll be there now. Let me just click on one of these.
It doesn't matter.
So, nope, not yet. That's a local ad. But what I saw earlier, and I showed this to my client, was I saw an ad, not from Ty Lopez, but I saw an ad up here, and it came from Tony Robbins, and it was for his life coaching program. And so I showed that to my client this morning too, because I was trying to justify that there's a need for what he has to offer. Okay? So I highly recommend that if you guys are stuck, if you're trying to be a perfectionist or any of those things, that you come over here and that you watch some of these Udemy courses, and I'm telling you right now that you too can get this done. Okay? And so these are all things that we're going to be covering live at the event. And I know that my sister's been talking to a lot of you on the phone, and what she discovered was that you guys are having problems actually creating the videos. And let me tell you that right there, that's going to be the easiest part of the whole entire event. Creating the videos, that's going to be easy. Okay? We're going to knock that stuff out, no problem. All right? So there's a little motivation for you guys. Now what I want to do is I want to come in here to Everlesson, and then we'll go through the Q&A. And I kind of want to show you what I've been alluding to this week, because it's pretty phenomenal. So I came over here. I got this one course called Lead Gen Monopoly. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and minimize Lead Gen Monopoly so that you can see only Lead Gen Monopoly. And we're going to talk about what just took place here. Because once you understand, matter of fact, I want everybody to confirm this. Do you guys understand that your course is an upsell into something else? And you're doing an injustice. If you have the ability to provide a real-life transformational value in somebody's life, you're doing an injustice by not having something else for them to go to. Does that make sense? I need you guys to know this. I need you to like make a part of your Bible. Like, you have to get this, right? And that's going to help you get over internal struggles. It's gonna allow you to ask for that money when you understand that if you're not asking for the money, who knows? It's like I told the pastor this morning, because he goes, Chad, and I just want to talk about this really quick, right? He said to me months ago, he said, why would I create a course when people can go to church and they can hear the same message that I'm going to deliver? And I said, Kendall, it all comes down to perceived value. And so I was able to prove the point today, because we're talking about the ideas for his course, and he says to me, he goes, do you remember when you heard me preach on this? And I said, no, I've never heard you preach. He goes, yeah, you did. You came up to me and you said that was the greatest sermon that you'd ever heard of. And I said, well, Kendall, look, it goes to prove a point. We're doing it right now. Even though I said to you that was the greatest sermon that I've ever heard in my life, guess what? I might have felt moved. I might have felt motivated at that very minute, but when church got out, life got in the way, and I couldn't tell you what you talked about that day. And then he goes, but you said it was so good. And he starts repeating it back to me. I'm like, yeah, now I'm starting to remember it. But there's a lesson to be learned here. Even though I was moved, even though I was inspired, church got out and I went back to life. And I forgot what was presented to me. Do you know why I forgot what was presented to me, guys? Because even though it's great, even though it moved my heart, even though it got me through the day, got me through the weekend, maybe got me through the week, there's no perceived value when you are given something for free. Do you guys understand that? There's no perceived value. If I go to church every Sunday, I'm receiving a message that's for free. Even though that information can change my life, if I can learn how to apply it, I can be a much better person in society and to my spouse and my family and my kids and everything else. But because it was delivered for free and because I did not invest in myself, then there's no perceived value. It's just like if a marketer turns around and gives me this big $3,000 product for free, if I didn't actually make an investment, then there's no value. Do you understand? It's a psychological thing. So what I said to Kendall is I said, look, your message may be the same, but what you have to do is you have to find a way to take your messages and provide a real-life transformational value for somebody. When you do that, they will open up their wallet, and you're doing an injustice if you do not take their money. And I said, and you're talking about $5,000, $10,000, $25,000, Kendall, when you can coach somebody. If you got somebody in your business that's ready to jump off the cliffs and in their life, and by the way, I can totally relate to that because I was there at one point long ago, but if you have somebody that's at that level and you have the solution, and you have steps for them to follow, they want out of that pain, they will pay for that, and if you didn't provide that solution to them, you are doing an injustice, especially if they go and they end their life. Now that may sound sincere, but I'm trying to drive this home so you guys understand this. So when I started explaining that to my client this morning, he started getting it. And I started saying, look, because he didn't get Everlesson. It was very, very complicated for him. I said, okay, let's just say that you pick a topic. You've created 6 YouTube videos, and each video covers, it has like a different step. Like, let's talk about the power of prayer, right? So why you want to pray in your life, the best time to pray in your life, why all prayers aren't answered, what some of the things that you need to pray for without feeling guilty, or just whatever. Like, I'm just pulling that out of the sky right now. I said, but if you go load it on YouTube, then everybody's going to find it. It's free. They know that it's free. There's no perceived value there. But if we take those same 6 videos, we bundle them up along with some resources and a group that shows that we care, and we put it under lock and key, now you have a perceived value. They're going to pay you money, which means they've made an investment to you and themselves, and they're more likely to succeed. Do you guys understand this? Do you get this? So, going back to where I started, the course serves as your upsell. So what you want to do, and now you can do this in a spreadsheet, and you guys know that with the wizard, is you really want to take your time creating your master course. And so my master course for my ebooks, and I plan on writing lots of books when in all my spare time, is I have the actual lesson where I deliver the ebook, and there happens to be a video with it, and then I have an upsell into my flagship trio. That's our $1 trial program, and then I have another video that I created on our 5K event, and then I have another video that I have basically requesting them to be my friend, and it's just a warm welcome video. So before, even though I have 6 ebooks, before I come up here and just create 6 new products or create them all inside the wizard, I really want to map out this course, and I want to map it out so that it is the perfect upsell, the perfect lead-in to my next level. Do you guys understand this? Totally different, right? Totally different. Matter of fact, if you look at this, there's only one lesson here that is the actual content. There's only one lesson that's the content, and everything else is an upsell, except maybe the friends thing. And that's okay because it's all in disguise. Do you understand this? The customer just thinks this is really cool. they don't see through what's actually happening here. And when they understand that you are a person that can provide a real-life transformational value, they're not going to be bothered anyways. Okay? So I want you to take your time creating this. Now, what I'm about to show you is some of the most advanced features you're ever going to find inside of Everlesson. And so if I come over here, and if I view this one lesson here, you're going to see what I am going to deliver to my leads, right? So I got all these lead gen coming in off the internet, from the Entrepreneur Live show, from videos, from products, from email, wherever. They're coming in all over the place. If I run Facebook ads, if I got lead gen monopoly, all those things, there's always people coming in. They're going to hit this page, and the first thing they see is there's a countdown timer up here at the top. There's external links here, taking them to the different offers. Over here, I've got different lessons. This is the only content I have. And here's the thing, guys. If I'm giving away an ebook and a video, they're not going to complain about anything else here because they didn't have to pay for anything, especially if it's high content like this one right here is, right? So I got my different lessons over here. Here's my video. Here's my content. Now notice I did something a little bit different here, and I did all this inside the editor, right? I put the words download the lead gen monopoly guide, click the orange button below. I got a picture of it. I put the button in there. This looks really nice, doesn't it? And then over here on the side, in addition to the resource, I also have banners down below that are calls to actions, and on top of that, if I click this here, now I've got survey working as well. Do you guys see this? Does everybody understand how I want you to position your product? And so when you're out there going live, or when you learn to create a follow-up email, or whatever you have going on, wherever there's people, guys, if we're going to give away a book, let's send them here. And is there anybody that's offended by this page? If you receive this page for free, if you receive this book for free, is there anybody that's offended? Is there anybody that's offended? Everybody's saying no. Nobody's offended. But you know what's going to happen? Here's what's going to happen, guys. Somebody's going to click on this here. I'm going to bring in somebody off Facebook using Lead Gen Monopoly, okay? I'm going to bring in somebody off Facebook. They're going to get my free guide because they've heard so much about Lead Gen Monopoly. And they're going to come over here and they're going to say, are you ready? Well, I don't know. Let me watch this. And they're going to watch this video. And they're going to like this video, and they're going to click this button, and they're going to apply for a 5K program. Are you guys starting to see how you can be profitable with what we built? Yes or no? Do you get it? Now, over the past week, this is where it's going to be really, really exciting for you guys. Over the past week, when I actually started using this, and I wasn't just doing development, I actually started stepping away and started using this because, month of September, I'm going to hit it hard. I'm up till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning until I get stuff done, but I started making some changes because I started seeing different things we could do. Now, if I come over here to my sales pages, actually, let me come over here to packages first. Because I know somebody asked a question about packages, and we'll go over that. But if I pull up this product right here, I have one package. If I pull up this product right here, I have another package, right? So each one of my products has a single package. Now, if I'm over on Facebook or whatever, I can just come over here, and I haven't really customized this yet. I can very easily edit this, so I don't know what this is going to look like. This is just auto-generated. But if I open this up, you'll see that I can give them access to this guide right here. I didn't even do anything, and you know what? I think this looks just fine. I would absolutely use this. I haven't even done anything. Like if I'm going to do something, I'm probably going to change the headline a little bit, and I'm probably going to change the color of the button. But hey, I think that's better than most crap out there. And guys, we didn't even do anything, right? Or if we want to be really official, we can come over here and we can grab this link, and when they fill this out, they're going to get access to the membership, and they're also going to be put in the autoresponder. Same thing. Both of them will put you in the membership and in the autoresponder. Okay, that's where you want to use your autoresponder. So the question came up with the autoresponder. This is exactly where you want to use it. You want to take your package and you want to tie your package to an autoresponder. That's the only reason why, so that your lead will go into your autoresponder. And then hopefully you've got your follow-up sequence set up where you're delivering reports in the format I just showed you. Okay? So here's my packages, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to sales pages. So for each product that we created, each course we created, we have an individual sales page. And then we have one membership sales page per membership. Now, watch this and notice that this guy is off, this guy is off, and this guy is off. So if I come over here to my membership sales page, you're going to see something. So I got this very, very simple sales page. It was pretty much auto-generated, and if I come down here, you're going to see that we only have 3 products listed on this sales page. But look here, guys, because look at this. Nicely's been making some changes. Do you see what we have here? Lead Gen Monopoly, regular price $12. For a limited time, free access. Digital Product Mastery, regular price $37. For a limited time, free access. Tripwire Profits, regular price $37 for a limited time, free access. But guess what? It gets better, because watch what happens. Usually when you click this button, it's going to take us to the sales page for Lead Gen Monopoly. But watch this. If I click this button, boom, I'm taken directly to the sign up. Now, the circumstances have to be right in order for that to happen. So here's the circumstances. I want to make sure everybody gets this. This is a course. This course could have multiple packages. And I don't care if they're free or if they're paid or if it's a combo. If it does have multiple packages, when you click on this button, we're going to take them to the sales page for this product. Does that make sense? Because they need to see the different packages. But if your course, and this is the majority of you, only has one package, then guess what? Paid or free, you can set it up to where when they click this button here, they're either A, for paid, sent to the order form, or B, for free, sent to the sign-up form. Does everybody understand that on the call, yes or no? I'm going to show you how to set this up, but I want to make sure you understand this on the call. Now, watch this. So if I come back in here, this is the link that I'm going to put inside my email. I'm going to come over here, and I don't want anybody to have to sign up for anything, and I don't want anybody to have to buy anything, and yet I want to get them in my membership. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to click on Free Preview, I'm going to save this, and I'm going to visit this, and this is what I'm going to put in my email. Does that make sense? Now, watch what happens when they click here or they click something down here, right? Watch this. If I click this, it tells me I don't have the rights. Well, watch what I did. If I click the upgrade button, guess where I'm going to be taken to? I'm not taken to the product sales page. Instead, I'm taken to that membership sales page. And see what it says here? Just register for one product below, and all the products you see on this page will be added to your membership. Pretty cool, right? Just choose one. So all they have to do is come over here, register for one of these products, and they're going to get all 3. How do they get all 3? Well, because we've set this product up to be public access. Are you guys with me so far? Everything that is set for public access, anybody can see it. You can still sell it if you choose to. They don't know any different, but if it's set for public access, anybody can see it. Now, here's how we do this. I'm going to come back into my sales pages. Here is the individual products. Here's the membership sales page. If I preview this, I'm going to grab this link, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to set the external URL for all of these products to be that membership link. Is that making sense? So all of these products have that membership link set, but how did I get it to where when you click this here, it opens up to the sign-up form when it should be looping back to the membership link, right? That's what should happen. Well, that's where we made the change. Because if you come back in here, I'm on step 3, and if you open this up, here's that one package, and if I click on extra options, I have some abilities here. Number 1, I can send them to an external URL when they click that button, or number 2, I can send them directly to the sign-up URL. Now, if you have multiple packages for your product, this option will not be available. It only shows up when you have a single package. How many people understand everything I just told you? You guys get it? Yes or no? Good. Good, 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 good. This is very, very awesome. It's going to help you so much because now you just don't have to mess with anything, right? If you got a membership where your only goal is to get them in your membership and then you have a high ticket offer for them and you're using survey or you got other videos and they're filling out applications and making appointments, this is for you. Now, it gets a little advanced because remember, I said we have 6 products here. So can anybody tell me why I'm not giving them all 6 products? How come I'm not giving them all 6 products, guys? Well, remember, when they click this link, they're not actually in the membership yet, are they? They're not in the membership, they're not in the autoresponder, they're just looking at this page and they're watching the video and they're saying, hey, I kind of like this Chad guy, and they're clicking around and I got a lot of bait on this page, don't I? There's tons of bait on this page. But what I can do, and I'm probably not going to do it with the first email, but if I want, I can come back over here to step number 1 and I can click on this bad boy here. This is my free page. And I can say activate free funnel, and now what I can do is I can say, wow, grab my traffic domination secret guide, enter your subheadline down below, choose my package, and now what happens is once we visit this page, 20 seconds.
In this video, what we're going to do, we're going to cover the lead gen monopoly strategy. When you're all done watching this video, you're definitely going to want to dive into the guide.
9,
now,
10, 11, 12.
It will work for both offline as well as on. So I use it in all
17, 18.
I also use
there it is.
Offline clients, such as chiropractors, doctors, attorneys, pastors. We have it.
Did you guys see that? So now I'm able to take those 3 extra books and I'm able to use them in this deal right here. And then the next step is, once I have the flagship trio done, I'm going to make that my OTO package, where they're going to be able to sign up for the flagship trio for just $1. It's not much of a commitment. And I'm able to start getting people into my high ticket program and my events for nearly nothing. Do you guys get this? Pretty awesome, right? Cool. I'm watching the chat here. I just want to make sure everybody's on task. Somebody, Joy said you're a genius. Maybe so, and maybe I'm going over people's head here, but if you just start playing with this, guys, it's not hard. This is not hard, right? So all I did was I took my autoresponder. I don't know if I have it open here. I took my autoresponder and I started creating like a follow-up sequence. And my follow-up sequence says, hey, I'm going to give you lead gen monopoly. Just click the link down below. They're going to click that link. They're going to get to the free preview page. That drop-in is going to come in 20 seconds afterwards. I'm going to try to get them in the membership. If they do get in the membership, I'm going to try to get them in my $1 trial. Let's see, remind me, does the OTO go after they sign up too, or does it stop for the next time? I don't remember where we ended up on that. I'll have to find out. It had something to do with the cookies, but like, don't let that stop you, because once they're in there, like, they're not going to, they have no reason to go back to that, because now they have access to your membership. And if you've set it up to where they have access to all the products, they have no reason to go back through that link, because they have access to all your products that you set up for public access, right? So it's very, very advanced, and there's a lot of things that you know, you can do. There's a lot of methods that you can do, all kinds of stuff. But there's two things that we're currently working on in development, and then I'm going to get to your guys' questions here. Number one is how many people appreciate our page builder? This was a test, and we wanted to see, you know, what you guys thought. How many people are liking this? Are you liking this whole thing? Just say yes or no. It's a lot easier than anything else out there, right? And it gets the job done. Like, I don't want to screw around with things. I want to change out a video, change out a background, change out a headline, and I don't care. It doesn't have to be perfect for me. Perfection does not make me money, right? Efficiency in production makes me money. Perfection always breaks me. It delays me, I procrastinate, and I lose a lot of money in the process, right? Okay, so with this here, this is what we're going to do. So we're currently in the process of creating sales pages. I've shown you the sales pages, so we're kind of rebuilding out the back end so that it has the same exact look that we're doing here with Udemy. I don't know if I still have Udemy open. Yeah, so all this stuff here, like what will I learn, what are the requirements, description about the author, it's going to pull in the curriculum, here's about the instructor, we got the feedback coming in, we got all the testimonials coming in. Pretty much everything that you see here is what our sales pages are going to start looking like. And then, of course, you know, this is like a very, very professional look. And then, of course, we have like the long form marketing sales pages too, right? So the sales pages are all in the works. My sister's overseeing that. And then on top of that, we're also going to be adding webinar sign-up pages, because I want to get you to the point where you guys can use Everlesson and you don't have to have ClickFunnels and all the other programs out there unless you choose to, but you don't have to, right? So we're trying to get this to where it's an all-inclusive marketing platform, and we're definitely more advanced with the membership stuff. Like, I don't even think the guys out there could even figure out what we did. Like, that's some of the most advanced membership features you're ever going to find in a platform, right? So the next step is we're going to have it to where we're pretty much doing like ClickFunnels, and we have it to where you have a webinar sign-up page, and then they're going to sign up, and then you're able to show one of your sales pages, and if they say no thank you, then you're able to show them the webinar thank you page. You know, we're trying to do all of those things. So those are kind of some of the things that are coming up. And what I want to point out right now is if I come in here to the dashboard, and if I click on this guy, there's been some confusion. Right now, I'm over here in the regular dashboard, but notice we only have 3 steps. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. Now, if I click on this paintbrush, now, see how this changed colors? And now you can choose your theme and everything else. The reason why is because now you're over here where you can customize your theme. And once I'm done customizing my theme, I come back over here and I can get back in the course. Now, why am I doing this? Well, here's the reason why. Because we're going to get to the point where you're able to choose a custom theme for your individual courses inside your membership. And that way, all your courses don't look the same. All right? That's all kind of in the works after we do the sales pages, after we do the webinar sign-up pages. Everything's kind of here. Okay? And there's one other thing I want to show you guys that's kind of new. If I click on external pages, Up till recently, the external pages have all been universal to the membership, which means all the links that you have here would appear on all of your courses inside the membership. But if you noticed, we have something new here now. So I got this one that says take the survey. If I click on this one that says page restriction, guys, what I can do is I can choose the pages that I want this link to appear on. Type in the chat here, yes or no. Does that make sense? And so now you're able to limit your external links, right? So little by little by little by little by little by little, we are definitely knocking stuff out. Okay, but I think the biggest update and the one that was most important for me is having the ability here where it has, and by the way, let me show you where this takes place. If I come into the back end, let me get back in there real quick, okay? And when I set up my product, so if I come in here and I set up a brand new product, so I got like the Amazon Mastermind here, and if I click this, it's going to ask me, actually it doesn't in the package, I'm sorry, if I come over here to packages and if I pull up a package here, it's going to ask me right here, what is my value? So you can see right here you have the price and then you have the value. Even if it's free, we're still going to ask you what's the value. Do you guys see that? And so when you're over here, we're automatically pulling in your value for you. And then if it's a paid product, what's going to happen is it's going to say regular price $37. Let me go ahead and try that. I actually haven't tried that. Let me just try it real quick. So I'll come back in here and we'll come down here to this new membership. I'll come in here and let's go ahead and do this. Create packages and I'll choose this bad boy. And we'll come over here, we'll edit this. This time I'm going to set it up for payment. If I can, I think I'm integrated with it. Okay, so I'm going to say the price is $27, the value is $67. I'm going to go ahead and click Save. Now that it's a paid product, if I come back over here and if we look at Lead Gen Monopoly, if I refresh this, now you see that we have $67 for the regular price, and it says starting at $27. Now, why do we have it starting at $27? Because if you're using multiple packages, what we're going to do is we're going to pull the lowest price that you have, and we're going to show that to them. So if you have a free package and a paid package, then we're going to show the free one first. They're going to click in to get the free product, and then they're going to see, oh, you have some other options available. Are you guys getting it? Awesome stuff, right? Cool. Yeah, and unfortunately we have a long ways to go with Everlesson. But these are all things that should help you guys become very, very profitable very, very fast. Okay? And I want you to really give it some thought as far as the webinar. So going back to where I started the call, guys, I had this idea yesterday about 6 o'clock that I was going to do the webinar first because I'm feeling kind of down. I wanted to be inspired, and so I did this webinar. And guess what? I've only spent about an hour on it today. I worked on it till 2 o'clock in the morning. Then I went to the gym first thing this morning, and I'm almost done. I'm almost done with this webinar already. It's almost done. So I got 4 other webinars to do. I just want to get them done, get them out of the way, and then I'm going to start building out the course. Because at that point, I see the income potential. So how many people are feeling inspired? If I was able to do that in less than a day, you guys should be able to start this as well, right? Good. Good, good, good. Derek says you've inspired me. Good. Yeah, get off your ass and do something. That's what I'm trying to tell myself, right? Get off your ass and do something. And, you know, I'm really using that 5-second rule a lot. I'm counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, and I'm making sure I'm doing it before I hit 1. And, you know, it's just my significant other sent me this email, and it kind of backfired on her because it was here where I decided, okay, well, I'm going to work September. She sent me this email right here because I told her, I said, I'm having problems getting grounded. And so she sent me this right here, and she said, see, it's a good month to get grounded. And I read this. September is almost here, time to switch into high gear. In a few short days, we enter September, a powerful one universal month in a one universal year. Add a dose of practical Virgo into this double one cosmetic position. September is a month to cross off every item on your to-do list. Try something you've never done before and co-manifest your biggest dreams with the universe. It's time to switch into high gear. September will be exciting, fast, and full of surprises, so make sure you watch your September forecast for how to best navigate this magical month. And I said, you know what? September is going to be my month. I'm going to hit the ground running. Especially after all that money I lost in my digital wallet, I'm like, this is going to be my comeback. And so I'm dedicated, I'm fully committed, I'm completely motivated, and I made that commitment and that promise to myself, and there's going to be nothing stopping me. That's the mindset you guys got to get into. Make sense? All right. Now, let me come over here to the group, and let's see what we have going on. So let me address the person with the packages, right? So here's how this works with the packages. I'll be very, very brief with this because I don't think it's all that complicated. With the packages, every single time I create a course, that's what I'm calling it, a course. So you see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 courses here. As soon as I create a course, the package is already created and it's already set. I don't even have to do anything. And how you know your package is set is if it's lit up right here. If it's lit up right here, then all of your lessons are affected. Most of you are out there creating one package per course. So all that's taken care of. If you've created one package, you're good. If you come over here and we pull down Lead Gen Monopoly and we create 3 different packages, then all you have to do is come back in here and tell us which lessons are for which package. And so I come over here and I'd say, okay, this is going to be package number 1, this is going to be package number 1, this is going to be package number 2, and this is going to be package number 3. So I didn't write down the name, but for that individual that asked me live on the call about the packages, does that help you? Does that help you? Now, I've kind of covered this before, the difference between a level and a package. So when you create a level, what I'm able to do is I'm able to create like a gold level. Yeah, Mark, I'm talking to you. Okay, he says, yes, it does. So a level is over here in settings. So if I come over here to create levels, what I can do is I can say, okay, in my gold level, here's what I want to do. Watch this. This gets very advanced. So I'll come over here to gold level, and I'll say it's going to consist top 6 guides. Okay, and I can put in my description, and then what I can do is I can say, okay, I want it to be this, 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 and this. And once I save that, you can see that the level contains, let me come over here, the level contains these products down here. Okay, so once they sign up for this one level, they're going to receive all of these products. Now, I can also combine, let's say that this here has 3 packages. I can say, okay, for this gold level, I want to have all 5 of these products or these courses, and then I just want to have one package out of this product. That's what you do with a level. You combine products, and you combine products as well as packages. Okay? Now, I don't like levels, and the reason why I don't like levels is because of our public access feature. That will take care of the levels for me. I can decide what I want somebody to see. But if you're selling a $67 product, that's fine. Or you can go out there and sell a $500 level that contains 6 of your products. And so on your sales page, this one right here, what this is going to contain is this first going to contain any levels that you've created, which are bundles, and then down below, if they don't want to click the actual level, if they don't want to purchase that, then the individual products will be down below that. Is that making sense? Now, here's where it's broke. Here's where it's broke. If you don't have packages set up, if all you're doing is setting up levels, then you kind of broke the Everlesson system. When they come up here in the top right corner of your screen, let me come back over here, and they click on your store or whatever the link is, I can't remember anymore, but when they click on the links up here, I think mine are turned off, but when they click on, there's usually a link up here that says sales or something like that. If they click that, they're going to be taken to the membership sales page. Yeah, okay, Beth says it says store. They're going to be taken to the membership sales page. That makes sense to me. And on there, you're going to feature your levels. Those will work just fine. But down below, you're going to have your individual products. But guess what your products are not going to have? Does that make sense? And so what I'm going to do is I just realized I got a simple solution for that. If your products don't contain a single level, I'm not going to feature it on your membership sales page. Problem solved. And then all you'll have is your bundles, your levels up on the top. Okay? Okay, Mark says he is good. Good, good, good. Okay, as far as the autoresponder, so here's the thing. If I come over here in my packages, and if I set up my autoresponder, lead gen monopoly, anybody that comes through either a purchase or if they come through this sign up form right here, okay, we'll open this one up, or if they come in through this custom URL right here, which by the way we can edit very, very fast. Not quite sure why it's not available, but that's okay. If they come through here, then they're not only going to be inside the membership, which of course you can export your leads and all that other stuff, but they're also going to be inside of your autoresponder. Is that making sense? Now, so where do we use SMTP? Well, look, and I could actually bring Jonathan on the call. He could probably confirm this. He knows better than I do. But for your SMTP, most of your standard emails, like your access emails, if they forget the password, stuff like that, Everlesson will handle. But in the past, SMTP was set up to where we had other emails that would use your SMTP settings, and they were like official admin emails. But now we've been working it to where we pretty much just handle all of those emails for you. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So you really don't have to use SMTP, especially, well, as far as branding. If you have your CNAME set up and everything else, you're good. Right? Just let Everlesson handle delivery for you. Don't let that get in your way. But make sure you come over here and you choose an autoresponder, okay? Choose an autoresponder and customize your welcome email message. Okay? Now, let me come over here and let me see something really quick on the widgets, because there was 3 questions, and I want to come over here and look at this, and I got one more thing to show you. So I'm going to come in here, and I don't know what this is, but I'm going to go ahead and choose a different theme real quick. So they said template number 4 under the widgets. So template number 4, and we're trying to get everybody off these templates here. Like, I know a lot of people are still using this one. That's okay. They're using this one. That's okay. But we're trying to get everybody over here to the new templates. And actually, if I could just go ahead and show you guys really quick, with the new templates, we don't have it set up anymore where it maxes out the video. So let me see if I can find something that has a video. Okay, that's good. So let me open up this one right here. So if you look, all the new templates are now defaulted to the small video. And if I click this here, now I go to the big video. So we want to get everybody over here to the small video, or to the new templates, right? They're working very, very good. And we're going to get rid of the old templates altogether. Like, everything's going to go underneath this new tab here, and I'm just not proud. We learned a lot from the first time we launched. I'm just honestly not proud of these templates here, and I like the direction that we're going with these guys here. Right? And there's no reason why as we get these down to 0, if I see a template hit 0, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to get rid of it, which means nobody's using it, and it's gone. Beth says video maximize is broke if we use survey widget. I haven't seen that, Beth, but I'll tell you this much. I had a conversation with Survey and Everlesson Development, and it has something to do with the jQuery plugin that they're using. And Survey is up to date on theirs, and Everlesson is behind. So I have those two development teams kind of talking to each other and getting on the same page so that Everlesson is working very, very nicely with Survey. So just kind of give me a little bit of time on that because you guys know we had some issues with Survey, and we got all that set up. But don't let that stop you by any means. Don't let that stop you. Rana says, I used the new template for my last course. Good. The last thing I want to share with you guys is this right here. I've been taking a lot of time and really, really, really trying to get this perfected. This is where I'm going to conclude this call. This is the wizard. You have to be inside the actual membership to see the wizard. So we're going to say, let's get started creating your new course. Okay, I will build the course. How do you want to create your product? Well, we can do a CSV import, but right now I'm just going to do a new product. How do you want to distribute your course? Free, paid, or do you want both? I'm going to say paid, next step. Now, here's the thing. I think we finally have this right. I want to make sure that you're set up with your payment provider before you get so far in the wizard. You've set up your modules and everything else just to find out that your payment provider is not set up. Guys, we have, I don't know how many times I keep redoing this wizard. I want to get it perfect, right? So I'm going to go ahead and choose PayPal. If I want to see the ones that aren't set up, I can open this up, and I'm going to click Next Step. Now it's asking me to create my product. So I'm going to go ahead and say my product name. Okay. Let's see if we got this right. This is the first time I'm testing this since last night. I'm going to say Next Step. Now, what type of video lessons do you need? I need one video lesson. I could put 30 here if I wanted to. I'm going to say Next Step. Now let's create your lesson title. So I got video 1, Next Step. Now create your lesson description. This is the description, and if you had 30 of them here, then you'd see 30 boxes all the way down. Next step. Now, time to add your video. So I can come over here and I can add a new video, or I can just go ahead and insert an existing one. I'll say insert this video. Now it's been placed in there. Next step. Now let's create your package name. So I'm going to say all access. Next step. Okay, now let's create your description. This is the description, right? This is the contents. Okay, next step. Now let's customize your access emails. Okay, that looks good enough to me. Next step. Now let's proceed with the payment options that you already selected. If I change my mind here, I can, right? I can change it right here if I want, but we know that you've already selected PayPal. So I'm going to say it's $37, and the value is going to be $67. Okay? Next step. I'll save it. Now tell us what features you want to have. This is where we're kind of working right now. So I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to say next step. Now watch this. For existing members, choose the membership that you want to send your members or that you want to give them access to. So if I have this membership here, and I'm going to say, I don't want to do that one. Let me do this one. So I'm going to do this one. As soon as I click Save, what it's doing is it's saving that up. It's queuing it, right? So if I choose another one, we'll choose like, I don't know. I'll choose this one, and I'll click Save. You can see that what we're doing is we're saving these products. As soon as I come over here to Next Step, they are going to get an email saying that this product was just added to your account. Does everybody understand this? This package is actually added to your account. Does everybody get it? All of this is done in the wizard. Now watch this. If I click Next Step, this is kind of where we're working right now. This allows us, so the previous step gives them immediate access, whereas this is for future access. And so what I can do is I can use the default settings. This is the free product sequence, the paid product sequence. I can just go ahead and use my default settings, or I can set up specific ones. So they actually kind of have this backwards. If this is checked, none of this stuff will be here. If it's unchecked, this stuff will be here. I'll get that fixed tonight. But what I can do is I can come over here and say, okay, And we're going to change this to where it's the same menu you just saw a minute ago in the previous step, where you choose your membership, and then you choose your product, and then all you're going to do is come over here and let me just do something I know doesn't have anything. So you click Save, and then it comes down here and it saves the criteria, and then you come over here and you can pull your tags, it saves the criteria, and you can come over here, you can say, okay, and also everybody in this category, it saves the criteria. Now, what this is doing is it's memorizing it for the future. So if you have anybody that gets assigned the category 1, then what happens is this product automatically gets added, this package automatically gets added when that tag gets set. Beth is saying, too bad we cannot do all of this manually as well, or can we only one at a time for a product to membership? So if you do it, you can do it manually. But you have to tell it which product you want to do. Whereas if you do it in the wizard, it only applies to that one product. So yeah, you can do it in both places. Okay? So there you go. That's what we have for the Q&A session. Hopefully you guys learned a lot and you see the development of Everlesson and where we're going with things. As a matter of fact, if I click on the Save button, what we're going to have next is we're going to have a report of everything that just took place inside the wizard. So it's going to say, okay, we just went and created this product for you. Here's a description. We created 12 lessons. We created 3 packages. We assigned banners. We queued up feature members. We added new members. Like, it's going to tell you everything that you did so that you can see, and it's going to put a timer up there to tell you how fast you just did that. Right? So next step will be a report inside the wizard as soon as we get done with this. But I got to tell you guys, I'm pretty happy with what we've done. Here's the product we created right here. I created that one video lesson. I'm very, very happy with the wizard, and it's even easier with the CSV import, but I feel like I've done that so many times that you guys understand how it works. Okay? If you would do me one favor, there's a couple posts I've made in the group. And I want to pull it into the webinar, and I think the webinar is going to get you exposure, especially if they see something that they like. So inside the group, I asked a question somewhere here. Let's see. Wow. Ray closed a 35K deal. Congratulations, Ray. Somewhere in here I asked what kind of courses you guys are building. If you would please let me know. It wasn't this one, but it was one like that one. Oh, right here. Tell me what your course is about. If you guys would let me know, and if you'll give me permission, I would like to pull it into this slide here so that people have an idea for, you know, what people are doing with other memberships, so that they don't just think it's internet marketing and it takes somebody like Chad Nicely to do it. For Q&A, I have a question about using strategy from lead gen ebook. What about the fact that Facebook doesn't want you to create 2 profiles? What do you think about this? How do you go around this? Is it a risk to do it? No, it's not a risk, Carol. What Facebook is watching right now is they're watching for ad manager accounts. They don't want you to have multiple ad manager accounts. Is it against their rule? Yes, it is. But if you think about it, when I have my girls here, Katarina has a Facebook account. I have so many Facebook accounts. So, you know, they're seeing multiple accounts from the same IP. There's been no issue whatsoever. And you guys have seen that I've had multiple profiles and everything else, and it's working just fine. Right? And it's one of those things where you want to hit it as hard as you can, bring in as many leads as you can, start building up your events, start building up your high-ticket offer. Because if the day comes where they do shut down that account, which that's the worst thing that would happen, it would pretty much take somebody reporting you. You'd have to really piss somebody off. Then you would just start over. I don't really think it's a big deal, so make the best of those leads when you get them. And yes, lead gen monopoly is an amazing strategy. It'll do just that, especially when you guys start going live and you say, hey, everybody live on this call, I want to give you a free guide, and when you set up everything I showed you on this call today. Cool? For question, let's see, for Q&A, I have a question about checkout solution. I cannot use ThriveCart with OTO as of now. What could I use instead? What do you use, Chad? This is the only point I'm stuck with to launch my course. So I've never used ThriveCart. I'm about to use it. I don't know if the OTO is with ThriveCart or if it's with Everlesson. I don't know what the issue is there. But I really want to become familiar with ThriveCart. I really like Josh, and he's supposed to be meeting with me this week, so we could figure that out. But here's the thing, Carol. Like, I would not let that stop you. You know, go to JVZoo. That's all I've ever used is JVZoo, right? And they have a perfect upsell process. Maybe I don't know what else does. So I want to become familiar with ThriveCart and everything they're doing. I haven't had time, but I reached out to Josh, and we're going to be meeting, and I'll see what I can do from there. Let me just go through the questions really quick, make sure everybody's happy. Type in the chat here too, guys. Did you guys get a lot of value on this call? Let's see, I have products such as Everlesson Survey and a couple of pieces of software that I use clients to get results, not the software for local client lead generation. How do I build a course around what I can do for potential clients? Well, if you're already successful doing it, Hans, it shouldn't be hard. It should be very, very easy, and that's a high-ticket course, by the way, because you can get them monster results, right? So I don't know. I would just open up a spreadsheet, and I would start. Like, look, if you were sitting down with somebody in a restaurant and you're talking over a cup of coffee or whatever, and they say, hey, Hans, what do I got to do to go out there and sell local clients? How can I do what you're doing? Well, what advice would you give them? Take the advice you would give them, bullet it out in a spreadsheet or use like a mind mapping tool or something and get started from there. Let's see, this is incredible, very nice. Okay, good. Let's see, is there a way to customize the sign-up form? Not yet, but there will be. That's not a hard thing. Great updates on the sales page. We should be using this for any lead magnet. Yeah, I think so. Let's see, wow, amazing things. Yes, okay, this rocks. Remind me, does OTO go after they sign up? Yes, it does, Beth. So very excited for the new sales pages. Can we put a background as an image on your sign-up form? No, not yet. But, I mean, don't use the sign-up form. Use the lead capture page that puts them in the membership, right? Like, don't let things stop you. Don't let things stop you, guys. I'm not letting anything stop me whatsoever. I have a client that wants to create lessons to sell. What price do you think I should sell the pro to them? I have a client that wants to create lessons to sell. So, Tony, you're trying to sell Everlesson to them? Is that what you're trying to do? Or are you trying to tell them what to sell their OTO for? When you clone a membership, is the drip feed cloned in the second membership for a reason? When you clone a membership, is the drip feed not cloned in the second membership for a reason? Probably not. Like we have it right now where we're cloning the products. Like I finally have it to where the product cloning is going perfect, but they didn't bring over the monetization yet with that, so we're working on that right now, and then I can look into the drip feed. I don't really know for sure. Okay, let's see what else. The one thing about ThriveCart is the fact you can customize your checkout page beautifully. Yeah, I like ThriveCart. Any possibility for a single sign-on API? I have a client who wants to add Everlesson to their back office, but they don't want their employees to have to log in. I don't know. That's a question you have to submit to the support desk. That's something for Carthwick, but he's going to put it on the back burner because it's not going to be very urgent. Okay, guys, hit the ground running. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will put this on the sign-up page of Everlesson. We're still taking calls for everybody that wants to attend our event next month. It's going to take place September 27th. A pretty phenomenal event. It's going to sell for $25K in the near future. So if you don't have your call into Heather, make sure you do. You can go to chadnicely.com/events. And guys, I will talk to you again next week. Take care.